All right, we're here, we're ready to do yoga. All right, so we had a request for side body and hips. And I was waiting for, because I know Dale is coming. That might be him right there. Is that you, Dale? Oh, hey, Margaret. I just sent you an email. All right, there's two, so maybe that's Dale. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get centered and he'll join in. I actually have a wristwatch now because I can never tell what time it was because I always have my phone up here. So now I'm like, all right. So sit up nice and tall. And then lift your shoulders up and let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft under your shoulders. Eyes are closed or gazing down. And just notice your breath, how the breath naturally flows in and out of the body. And then intentionally begin to deepen your breath. Finding that equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. If the mind wanders, focus back on your breath. And as you continue with our breath, I'll do a reading from Comfortable with Uncertainty. Today's reading is called Hope and Fear. One of the classic Buddhist teachings on hope and fear concerns what are known as the 8 worldly dharmas. These are 4 pairs of opposites, 4 things that we like and become attached to, and 4 things that we don't like and try to avoid. The basic message is that when we are caught up in the 8 worldly dharmas, we suffer. First, we like pleasure. We are attached to it. Conversely, we don't like pain. Second, we like and are attached to praise. We try to avoid criticism and blame. Third, we like and are attached to fame. We dislike and try to avoid disgrace. Finally, we are attached to gain and getting what we want. We don't like losing what we have. According to this very simple teaching, becoming immersed in these 4 pairs of opposites, pleasure and pain, praise and blame, fame and disgrace, and gain and loss, is what keeps us. They color our perception of reality. See how they aren't all that solid. Then the 8 worldly dharmas become the means for growing wiser, as well as kinder and more content. Just gently let your chin fall towards your chest and breathe into the back of the neck. And then softly let the right ear roll over towards the right shoulder, intentionally pulling that left shoulder away. It might feel good to reach that left arm a little off to the side. If it doesn't, if you want a little extra, you can put the right hand on the side of the head, but don't pull on the neck. You're just adding the weight of the hand to create a stretch. And then place both hands back on your knee. Let your chin go to your chest, and then roll your left ear to your left shoulder. And just feel that stretch. Decide if you're going to stay here or reach your right arm off to the side. Stay there, or put your left hand on the side of the head just to deepen the stretch, not to pull on the neck. And then place your hands back down alongside your body and just let your chin come down again towards the chest. And then just lift your head so you have a nice neutral spine, chin level with the floor. And then let your arms go high. And on an exhale, just let them turn and go right back down to the earth. And that's how you're going to move with your breath. Inhale up and exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Reach up. We're going to go back up one more time. We're going to meet there, keep them high. And then let your left arm come down and let your right arm reach over. Keep pressing down through that right hip. And then just let your hand drop down to that left knee. Stay here or drop it to the floor and just walk it away the same way the knee is pointing. As if you're going to touch your nose to your knee. You might come close, you might not. Now squeeze your belly to come back up and then let both arms reach high. Relax your shoulders down and let the right arm come down. Left arm reach up. Keep pressing through the left hip. And then drop your left hand to your knee. Stay right here or drop it to the floor and walk it away. As if your nose might touch your knee. And then squeeze to come back up. And then reach both arms high. And pull the hands to the heart. Bow in. If you have an intention, a single positive word you'd like to bring into your practice, maybe it's peace, or joy, or health, strength, flexibility. And then interlace your fingers and stretch them forward. Round your back and tuck the chin. And then reach your arms up high, relax your shoulders down. And take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, stretch them down to the floor. Stay there or lift your arms away from the back. Don't drop your spine. Drop them back down and reach them back high. And now take your right hand to your left knee and twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale high. Exhale to the opposite side. And then inhale high. And exhale down. Make your way to hands and knees. So find a tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat-cow tilts when you're ready. The inhale drops the belly, lifts the head, hold here. Wait for an exhale, arch the back high, push the floor away, hold here. And then just move with your breath, inhaling, sway back. And exhaling cats. And just keep cycling through your breath. You might move at different paces as you listen to your body. And then wait for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. Look over your right shoulder to your right hip. And really push that right hip up towards your shoulder. And now swing it around and look to the other side. And then come back to center and press it into child's pose. So these can be tight for stretching the back. Take them wide to get more into the hips. And then come forward again, hands and knees. And take your left leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel till you find that calf stretch and breathe into it. You can keep it steady or add a gentle rock back and forth. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor away, lift the belly, and then we're going to lift that left leg. And then circle out the ankle, reverse the circle, and press through the heels. Stay there or reach that right arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Keep breathing. Stay here, or we're going to take a diagonal. Arm to the right, leg to the left. We're holding. Now bring it back in and put your hand down. Let that lifted foot cross over the right. Look over the right shoulder towards your toes. If you need a bigger stretch, some of you might walk your hands a little more to the right. If you moved your hands, bring them back to the front and swing your legs to the left. So the foot's in line with the knee, and then reach your left arm high. You just circle the wrists. Reverse the circle. Keep that arm straight up or start to let it go back. I'm just going to stretch and open the chest. Maybe get a release in your low back. You can always take a bind if you prefer that. Left knuckles to sacrum or reach for that bottom inner thigh. And then bring your hand down. Keep your legs where they are and press your hips back towards that heel. If this doesn't feel good, just make it a child's pose and bring both knees in. And then shift forward and bring the left knee in and send the right leg back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel, find that stretch. Tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, and then float the leg. And then circle the ankle and reverse. Press through the heel, stay there, or the left arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Stay here or take your diagonal, arm to the left, leg to the right, and hold. Bring it back in. Put your hand down, let your foot cross over the left, look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Maybe walk the hands a little more to the left if you need a bigger stretch. You moved your hands, bring it back to the center, swing your leg off to the right. Foot's in line with the knee, right arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep it straight up or start to let it go back. Keep it extended or flip it and reach around for that bottom inner thigh. Nice. And then bring your hand back down and press your hips towards the back mat. So remember, you can bring that knee in if this doesn't feel good, to keep the leg to the side. On your body. And then shift forward, bring that knee in, tuck your toes and push your hips back, breathe into your feet. Stay here or press your hips high and find your first downward facing dog. Pedal it out, walk it out, move it around. Wake up your dog, wag your tail. And then just come to stillness. And then we're just gonna lift the right heel and just turn the heel in towards the left foot. Keep pressing through the right. Just a little, lift the heel, twist it in. It's gonna create a side stretch. Yeah, keep the leg straight. Yeah, and then go ahead and bring it down. And then lift that right heel. You're just twisting it so the right heel can go out a little bit too. A little different than dropping the both heels. And then go ahead, bring it back to center, press to both heels, and hold. And then shift forward, either drop to your knees or find a plank. If you're in plank, hold it. And then we'll all go to our knees. You can either lower down or go straight to your back bend if that's what your practice is. So exhale, lower. Inhale, you can do a cobra or push the floor away, extend, lift it up dog. Then you want to look back over your shoulders. And then tuck your knees down, tuck your toes, and find down dog again. And then lift both heels. And we'll just drop both heels to the left. Keep pressing through the right hand, the right hand. And then bring it up and let them go to the other side. And then come back to center and shift to plank or drop to your knees. And then lower. Inhale can be cobra, or go ahead, extend the arms, lift the up dog. And then tap your knees, touch your toes, back up, down dog. So one more time, we're gonna add on or not. So shift to plank or hands and knees. And then drop both heels to the left side. And then maybe reach that right arm to the front of the mat. You can also do this from down dog. Go ahead, drop the hand, drop your heels to the other side, and maybe reach the left arm forward. So it can be in a plank position or down dog position. Nice. And then go ahead, drop it down, come to your knees, and rest in child's pose. Circle out your wrists. And then just come to hands and knees and walk your hands towards your knees and then make your way up into ragdoll. So hang out, any more movement in the wrists. Grab opposite elbows, sway a little, side to side, bend your knees. And then let's all just kind of sway to the right and then reach a little further through the left elbow. And then come back to the center and then reach a little further through the right elbow. Kind of twist into the side. Do that one more time. And then over to the other side and then drop your hands, bend your knees and squeeze your belly. Stack your vertebrae coming all the way up. Once you're at the top, reach. And then take hold of your right wrist with your left hand and then pull it over to the left side. Keep pressing to the right foot. Your choice, whatever it looks like to you. You can move that right foot, can be behind or in front. And for the camera, we're here. And now squeeze to come up. We're grabbing the other wrist, stretching it to the other side. You can move the left foot. It can be in front or behind. Kind of match what you did on the other side. Or you can just keep the feet apart. And then bring it back up to center. Let's all just touch our thighs and slide towards your toes. Stay here or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and let the arms pull away, stretching out the shoulders. And also do it from standing, forward fold doesn't feel good. If your hands are behind your back, put them back onto the sacrum and then reach down for your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out, drop your tailbone. Only if it feels good, add a little back bend. And then come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms and find your mountain at the top of the mat. So take a moment, reestablish your mountain, feel nice and tall, belly in, tailbone down, shoulders back and down. Feel as if you're lifting through the crown of the head. On your next inhale, reach high. On an exhale, fold down towards your toes. Bend your knees, plant your palms, take your left foot to the back, and then drop that left knee all the way down. Sink into the left hip flexor. Take a moment here. Let's all bring our hands up to our thigh. Push that front knee away. Right hand's gonna stay on the thigh, left arm goes up alongside the ear, and then just stretch it over to the right side. Stay here, or the right hand can go down towards the floor, a block if you have it. If you can't reach the floor, keep your arm up. And then go ahead, frame your foot. And then hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. Your hamstrings tight, you're walking the hands with you. And then shift the weight into the right foot. And then you can go through hands and knees or straight to down dog. You can cat-cow or Adho Vinyasa, that's inhale plank. Exhale lower, elbows lowered or lifted. Inhale can be cobra or up dog. And exhales, hands and knees or down dog. Nice, everybody. And then when you're ready, lift your left leg, keep it straight, and keep the toes down. Get it as high as it'll go without opening the hips. Now turn the toes to the side and let the leg go higher. Nice. Now if it feels good, bend the knee. See how it feels if you're pointing or flexing the foot. See what gives you the best stretch. And then step that left foot all the way to the top of the mat. We're dropping the right knee down. Little sink into the hips so you feel that stretch, and then bring your hands to your thigh. The left hand stays on the thigh, right arm alongside the ear. Stretch it to the left. Left hand can stay where it is or reach down towards the floor, block, something else you might have around. We'll do the job. And then go ahead, frame the foot. And then hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if you need the space. And then shift the weight into the left foot. You can take it back, hands and knees, or down dog. You can cat-cow, you can rest, or Adho Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Looks good. And then from hands and knees or down dog, right leg lifts, keep it straight, keep the toes down. Now turn the toes to the side, let the leg go higher. Only if it feels good, then you bend the knee. And see what feels better, pointing or flexing. And then step that foot all the way to the top. Left hand's gonna stay flat on the mat. You can also make a fist. Right hand on the thigh, just above the knee. Twist to look to the right. Keep it low or reach the right arm up. And then go ahead, bring that hand down. Step the back foot up a few inches. You can push off your thigh or hover your way up until you come into a high lunge. So reach high. Let's all bend the back knee, drop the tailbone, push the pelvis forward so you feel that stretch in the front of the left hip flexor. You can keep it there or straighten it back out. And then send your left arm forward, right arm back. Some of you might drop your right hand to the back thigh, let the left arm go higher. And there's another little side stretch. Nice. And then wait for an exhale. Bring your hands down to the mat. Step up to the left foot. And back to right. Left hand flat, right hand on the thigh, twist to look to the left. Keep the left hand on the thigh or reach it up. Keep breathing. And then bring that hand down, step the back foot up a few inches, and then come on up for high lunge. Stay here, we're gonna bend that back knee, push the pelvis forward so you feel that stretch in the right hip flexor. You're welcome to stay here or straighten it back out. And then right arm forward, left arm back. Some of you might drop your left hand to the back thigh and let the right arm go up and back towards the back of the room. Push through that big toe in the front foot. And then wait for your exhale, bring your hands down. You can either step up to ragdoll or go back to down dog. So if you want to rest, step up. If you want to flow, come back and move with your breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down low. Nice. Beautiful, everybody. If you went to down dog, make your way back up to ragdoll. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, long flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Once you're at the top, stretch it out, drop your tailbone. Only if it feels good, add a little back bend. And then come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain, settle your brow. And then go ahead and step for the studio, we'll say right foot back, wherever works for you on camera is fine. We're gonna set up for our big squat, so toes are out at 1 and 11 o'clock, bend your knees and sink into your hips. Make sure your knees are tracking open, over the pinky toes, your belly still lifts, your tailbone still drops. And then just take your arms up and bend your elbows. And then as you inhale, straighten the legs, drop the arms. As you exhale, bend your knees and find your squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sink low. Do that 2 more times. And then we'll hold our squat for 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, come up. We're just going to drop the arms, rest right here. And then we're going to go back into our squat. This time keep your hands on your thighs. And then we're going to drop the right shoulder. Keep that right arm straight. We'll be backwards in the studio. And you're going to reach that right shoulder over towards the left side of your mat. Yeah. And then go ahead, come up, and then stretch out to the left side. Drop that left shoulder down. You can always just keep going up and down or just fold forward if none of this feels good. One more time up, and then right shoulder down. And then back up through center and left shoulder down. Go ahead, come up. Now just square your feet so they're parallel. Fold forward and touch the floor. And just be here. Notice what you feel. It might be the hamstrings. It might be the low back. If you're folding easily and you want to deepen that stretch, you're going to plant your hands with the fingertips facing forward, just like the toes. And you're going to push into the hands with the wrists over the elbows and use that leverage to work the crown of the head to the mat. Shoulders towards the waist. Nice, everybody. And then walk your hands way out in front. Kind of drop one shoulder then the other. And then stay right here, or take that right hand and reach under towards the calf or ankle. And then you're just going to twist to look up under the left shoulder, under the armpit. And then we're going to switch arms. Right arm forward, left arm under. Reach for the calf or ankle. Maybe you're going to look up under that right shoulder. then bring it back to center. And just drop one shoulder in the other. Notice how your hips respond. And then walk your hands in. We're all just going to kick our heels in, put a bend in our knees, hands on your thighs, and then round it up to standing. Once you're up, shoulders go back and down. And then just turn your toes to the top of the mat and step it up and straighten it. And find your mountain, top of your mat. On an inhale, reach your arms up. This time interlace all but your index fingers. Shoulders squeeze into, or arms in towards the ears, shoulders down. Drop the tailbone, lift up through the shoulders, and then we're going to stretch it over to the right side. Keep squeezing your arms nice and tight. And then squeeze to come up. Reestablish, squeeze the arms in, and take it over to the right. Now squeeze to come up, stretch up. If it feels good, drop the tailbone. You're adding a little back bend like you're looking up the wall. Now squeeze to come up straight. And then bend your knees, ribs towards the thighs. And then exhale, fold forward. Nice job. So we can stretch out the shoulders by taking the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, let them pull away. And then put your hands back onto your back before you reach towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, soften. Now take your pinky toes out near the edges of your mat. And some of you, this might be your toes. We're going to go into a deeper squat if that feels good. It can be a high squat with the elbows above the knees. If you have knee issues, hips can stay above the knees. It can be a low squat, dropping the hips all the way down. Elbows can come to the inside, thumbs can come to the sternum. Malasana, yogic squat. You can always do that high squat if none of this feels good to you. And when we're ready to exit, you can put your elbows back above your knees, push together to come up. If you have a crow practice you want to try out before you go back to the back of your mat, you can. Otherwise, take it back to down dog or hands and knees. Cat cow, or add that flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale your back bend. And exhale, down dog. And then let's all meet at hands and knees. And just move through 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch high. One more time. Return to your flat back, and then take your right leg straight back and turn the right foot to the side. Now just take your left toes and angle it straight back 90 degrees behind that knee, and then right arm high. Option 1, you're staying here. Option 2, squeeze the belly, lift the leg. Stay there or bend the knee, reach for the top of the foot. You can push it away or pull it in. Nice, everybody. Looks good. Now squeeze your belly to release with control. Bring your hand down, pop those left toes up as you return to hands and knees. And then take the left leg back, roll it to the side, and then right toe straight back behind the knee. Left arm high. Push the floor away with the hand, maybe float the leg. Maybe bend the knee and reach for the foot. Honor your body. Looks good. Beautiful. Now use your core to release with control. Bring the left hand down, pop your right toes up. Let's all go to child's pose. Roll out your wrists. And then think about what you need. You can stay in child's pose or press it to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. Your body, your practice. Nice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. As you exhale, bring the knee like it's going to touch the nose. And then inhale, reach it high. If you want to skip this, just step it up. Exhale, squeeze it up. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, squeeze. Nice. Last time, extend. And then step the left foot all the way to the top. Go ahead, turn that right foot to the side. So you have heel to arch alignment. And then just push off your front thigh and make your way all the way up to warrior two. Arms up, look over the left middle finger. Belly's in, tailbones drop. Torso straight up out of the pelvis. Keep tracking that knee open. That's what makes warrior two a hip opener. Stay here or lift your front heel. It's going to engage that inner thigh. And then drop your heel down and then just stretch it back for reverse triangle. Let that left arm stretch, right arm goes down the leg. And then exhale back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior two. Do two more like that. Nice. And then come back to warrior two. Take your left forearm to the thigh. Right palm can be down or it's going to go up alongside the ear. Palm spinning down, extended side angle. Nice adjustment. Beautiful. If you have a practice where you'd like to add on, you can do that here. Otherwise, we're all just going to hold. Nice, that looks good. If you change it up, bring the elbow back down, and then just let your right hand go for the mat. Pop the back heel up, and put the knee down on the mat. Walk your toes to the left. And then stay here or take your left hand and just push that left knee away and look over the left shoulder. And then go ahead, bring both hands back to the front. Stay here. If you need more, drop the right elbow. Stay there. If you need more, you can drop the left. If it feels like too much, both arms are straight. Honor your body. These look great. If you went low, push back up through the arms. And then we're all just going to take that left leg around to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Last time, extend. And now step it to the top. We're just turning that back foot to the side, left forearm to the thigh. We're coming all the way up into warrior two. So go ahead, stand up, arms out parallel, and go over the right middle finger. Stay here or lift that front heel. And then drop your heel down and stretch it back, reverse triangle, hold. And then exhale back to warrior two. And then just move with your breath. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Two more on your own. Come back and hold. And then right forearm down, down. Left arm can stay on the hip or it goes up alongside the ear, palm spinning down. And stay here or play here. If you added something on the other side, go for it. Otherwise, hang out where you are. Try to get that top arm straight. And then track that knee open. So make sure your thigh is still strong and parallel. Beautiful. You changed it up. We're going to release. Reach that left arm down towards the floor. Hop the back heel up and place the knee on the floor. Walk your toes to the right. Stay here or take your right hand and push that right knee away. Look over the right shoulder. And then bring both hands back to the front. Stay here or drop the left elbow. Stay there or drop the right. Honor your body. It might be different on this side. No pain in your practice. Low, push up through your arms, and then take your leg to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. With down dog, you can add a vinyasa, flowing through. Got it. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees and just do 2 cat-cow tilts again. Release your spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch. And then return to your flat back. And just walk your hands towards your knees and make your way into ragdoll. And then we're all going to round it up to standing. And then stretch up through the arms, drop your tailbone, only if it feels good, add a little back. And then come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. Settle your breath. Keep your left foot down and take your right knee out to the side for tree pose. Belly in, tailbone down, hands at the heart. Stay there or bring the foot up. You can help it up above the knee. Try not to press on the knee. If you go above the knee, the thigh pushes into the foot. Hands can stay at the heart, then go out for balance, up for a challenge. There's a side stretch here if you want. That right hand can go down towards the right knee. And then stretch the left arm over. Now go ahead and bring it back up. And we'll all meet with our hands at our heart. Hands to the waist, bring the leg to the front. 90-degree angle, don't lean back if you're going to extend and point, squeeze it a lot. And then lower the leg with control. And give it a little shake. And try the right foot. So spread your right toes wide. Left knee out to the side, so your tree pose. Keep it low or bring it up. Add your arms. If you're going for that side stretch, it's left arm to the knee, right arm over. If you went down, bring it back up. We'll meet at the heart. Take it to the waist. Bring the leg to the front. Don't lean back. If you extend, point, squeeze it a lot. And then lower the leg with control. Give a little shake. And find your mountain. And just settle your breath. Let it return to normal again and again. And then go back to your left foot for balance. So if it bothers your knee to grab your right foot, which is where we're going, you can make it a warrior three instead. So king dancer, if it feels okay, left foot down, right foot up, left arm forward. If balance is your issue, you can turn to face a wall, so you can touch the wall with the left hand, push the foot away and up. Natanjarasana. Nice. And then we're going to bring it back to standing. Shake it out. Right foot stays down, left leg goes up or not, can be leg straight. And then pivot forward. You can touch the wall, push the foot into the hand behind you, charge through that arm in front. Otherwise, warrior three is your option. And then hinge back to standing, and then drop it down. Shake it up, find your mountain, top of the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push your shins away. Exhale, either hands and knees or down dog. Rest or flow will be your last vinyasa if you want it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, down. And then any way you'd like to make your way onto your bottom, come onto your bottom and swing your legs around. Since we're here, we'll get our boat in, so bend your knees. Take hold behind your thighs, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Lean back until you feel the belly engage. Stay here, or you can alternate lifting toes, or both shins up. Maybe you add the arms. If you need more, extend the legs. Keep breathing, don't hurt your body. And then we'll all grab behind the knees, drop the heels, and just rest. So you can keep up tall or fold forward, whichever feels better for you. We'll do that one more time. Take hold behind your thighs, heart up, shoulders down. Find your goat. Nice, everybody. Go ahead, hold on, drop the legs, either keep it up tall or fold it forward. And then sit up, let your left leg go out, bring your right foot up near the inner thigh, sit up nice and tall, and put your right hand on your knee, belly button over the left. Stay here, or inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, or just walk your hands down your leg until you find a stretch for your hamstring. Nice. Honor your body. There are options to stop or feels good for you. Better now than Shavasana. Look at your toes. If you fold it, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs, come up, and then drop your arms. You can stay here, or take that right hand about 6 or 8 inches behind the hip. You're just pushing up onto the shin, and then you're reaching that left arm towards the back. So it's another nice deep side stretch. And then go ahead, sit it back down, and switch. So let the knee fall open, the left hand on the knee, belly button over the right. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, reach up and fold forward and surrender. And breathe wherever you are. Let go of judgment, competition. If you fold it forward, look at your toes, squeeze your belly, lock your thumbs up, drop your arms, stay here, or put that left hand behind the left hip, right arm high, push up onto the shin, and just stretch that right arm to the back of the mat. You can hold on to the thigh, move the ankle around. If you need a bigger stretch, you can go further up the leg. And then guide that ankle over the bent knee. Find your figure four. Stay here. You can energetically press that left knee away, or you're going to lift the foot that's on the floor. Left hand between the thighs, right hand around, grab the hamstring or the shin. And hug it in. You should feel the stretch in that left hip. Now just relax. We're going to put the foot that's behind, we're going to let it touch down. Keep everything else the way it is. Move your hips 1 inch to the left, and then tip the whole thing over so that the foot touches the floor, and look to the left. You can grab the ankle if you need more. You can push the knee away. It's going to get into the IT. Back up to center. Just kick that left leg up for 1 breath and bring it right back down. Now right leg high. Interlace your fingers at the thigh. Move the ankle around. Stay where you are or go further up the leg if you need a bigger stretch. And then guide your ankle over the bent knee. Find your figure four. Stay here, pressing the knee away, or lift the foot up. It's right hand between the thighs, left hand around. Grab the hamstring or the shin. And breathe. And then release that back foot. We're just going to move our hips 1 inch to the left, and then, to the right, and then tip everything to the left. And look to the right. You can reach for the ankle if that feels good. Push it away. Bring it back up, level out your hips, just kick the right leg up for 1 breath, bring it back down, and both knees up. Rock it out, stay here, or bottoms of the feet together, press the knees away. Stay there, or both feet high, happy baby. Any movement that feels good, rock a little, maybe you want to tap one knee down and the other. Maybe it feels good to straighten one leg and the other. If your feet are up, bring them together. If the knees are wide, pull them in. If it feels okay, hug yourself up, like you're going to give yourself a hug. And then stretch yourselves out in all directions. Find Shavasana. If you need socks and sweaters, put it on. If you're not comfortable on your back, you can always roll to your side for Shavasana. And that has to do also if you have any sort of sinus drainage, it can feel better on your side. And then once you're in your spot where you want to be, just forget about the breath. Just let the breath return to normal. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through, it brings warmth and relaxation. scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are relaxed. The ears, cheeks, the jaw and chin are relaxed. The neck and shoulders, the arms, hands, and fingers. Chest with your heart and lungs. Your abdomen with all your internal organs. The upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. The hips, pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out the toes. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments just to be. You should always choose peace. When anything comes to you, first ask yourself, will I be maintaining my peace by getting this, or will my peace be disturbed? Ask that for everything. People you would like to be with, possessions you would like to acquire. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Strike that against the touchstone of peace. Will this rob me of my peace? If the answer is yes, you must choose between peace and the other thing. You should always choose peace. If the answer is, my peace will not be disturbed by it, okay, you can have that and still have your peace. That should always be our aim. Bring the awareness back to the breath. Deepen your breath. Let it fill your body. And then start to bring little movements to your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs, until you're ready for a big stretch from fingertips to toes. If it feels good, hug your knees up one last time. And then carefully roll onto your right side. Let your head rest on your extended right arm. Knees tucked up into the chest. towards the chest in the fetal position. And then maybe your eyes stay closed as you press into the left hand that's in front of your body and your right elbow. Maybe your head hangs low as you walk your way up. You find your comfortable seat with your tall spine. And reconnect to your breath. Find that equal, steady inhalation, exhalation. Remember, your peace is always within, regardless of what goes on around us. And share your light, regardless of what goes on around you. Hands to the heart. Bow in. Give gratitude. And look for the joy. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing your practice and your presence. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Have a great night. All right. See you guys. Have a good night.